What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. Welcome back to the Automation Station here with the PeakBot team, the household name for automated trading. And if you disagree, go away. No, just kidding. Anyway,
easy as that.
It's that simple, really. We're here. We have a great show today. Let's get some music going, first of all. I feel awkward. I hate this. Here we go. Whoa, what's this?
New one?
These are sound effects, bro. Hold on. We win a trade. We just hit the or if things. Oh, Ben, when we're live at 4:00, when Shorebo's coming close to the money.
That's cool.
And then when it hits. All right. Oh, that's too fun. All right. Well, we'll figure that out later. Sorry about all that. Anyway, we got some music going now. What do we got today? Well, we got some updates. Of course, results. We are results driven. We are education driven. We are transparency driven with our automated strategies. So we're going to go through our trades. We're going to go through our results for the week. We're really going to focus on some of our hot partners right now, and a bot coming out in beta. I know we've said this a few times, but it is true. Arguably, I think our team's the most excited. This is the most excited we've ever been about a bot. I won't speak for you, Ben, but
by far.
Okay, so it's our AI. It's our new AI King Condor strategy. It's called King AI. Okay, so we'll talk about the adaptations there and what to expect and when it's coming. So, along with Trendy Fly, our partner over at Simpler Trading, Trendy John and his Iron Fly strategy, and two other partners on the hot seat in a good way. Hot seat's a good thing here. JR28 up 38.6% since July 29th. Okay, call it 2.5 months. On a 5K account, made almost $2,000 already. Fully copy traded, exclusive to Tradier, buying options. You do nothing. Okay. And Terry's Tips, who's had a hell of a comeback here. Been quite a roar. I'll have to check in live and see how he did this past week. I had not checked. So all that and more, Trader Trivia, opportunity to win some free PeakBot Pro access to all of our automated strategies and more. So, Ben, did I miss anything? It feels impossible that I would miss anything.
Yeah, no, I think we're good. We are going to cover the Trendy Fly in depth. We're going to take our time on it. We're going to take our time on it. We're going to talk about what we did, what we have done, and then what we're doing to change the strategy now and what those parameters look like. So that'll be a pretty good segment. And I'm just watching my account right now. We got some 921 trades on right now. It's a new bot that's coming out. And
yeah, we'll talk about that briefly today too.
These trades are looking hot right now.
Ben, I'm going to take the mic from you. I know we got some messages going back and forth that may need your attention. We're live here, people. This is live television, internet television. Okay, let's get started. As everybody's joining here, what I'd like to do is pull up a little bit of information on our trades for this week. Let's get started. So we're going to start with some King Condor trades. Okay. Not a great October, but we didn't trade at all last week. This week. We had 4 trades last week, which is more than usual. No trades this week. On Monday, we did not trade because there was a JPOW speech. Tuesday, Wednesday, I believe those are due to VIX jumping up overnight. If I would have to, thinking macro about the market. No trade yesterday. Go ahead. Sorry, Ben.
Say at least 2 days were VIX.
Yep. Yesterday was an economic event. I forget which one off the top of my head. It
was PPI in the morning and a lot of Fed speeches yesterday.
Okay.
And the market went nuts. Going up and down.
Which we should take a look at. And then today, not expecting an entry either for King Condor.
Today, I think we are, although I did not check overnight VIX parameters. So maybe I can do that. I can do that live. Let me do that.
Let's
live.
Do it
while we're talking.
So for context, while you're pulling it up, King Condor will not trade if the entry criteria is not met. part of the entry criteria for our King Condor strategy is if VIX jumps up over, Ben, correct me if I'm wrong, 45 cents overnight, then the bot will not trade because that's an indication of more volatility coming into the market in what we have in neutral range bound strategy, right? So volatility is not necessarily our friend there. So Ben, what do we got? Maybe you can pull up your screen.
VIX jumped up like $3 overnight. We're not trading.
That'll do it. That's a crazy move, and you can kind of see it with the market here. So, all right, let's do this. So King Condor, not much to talk about. It's not having a strong month, all right? So we're coming out of September, having made 13% over $1,300 in September alone per unit. You can trade up to 2 units with your PeakBot Pro subscription. So what we'll see here, I'll just zoom in. This was September, fantastic month. We know King Condor is capable of these types of months. But October hasn't been fun, specifically last week. You can see there has not been a lot of action outside of last week, strung together 3 losses there. That's a 9%, nearly a 10% drawdown just in last week alone. Again, happens. Double loss on Friday was what whooped us there, Ben. I think with that crazy action on Friday, we ended up taking a double loss there. So that hurts, but we'll be back on the horse and see what we can get into for next week. So maybe an entry today, this afternoon around 3:15. We'll keep an eye on it. Let's talk about BenBot. Let me just refresh here. So what I want to pull up here is September, just for a little recap. In September, this is BenBot. This is our IWM 0 DTE covered call strategy. Trades daily, as you can see, unless IWM gaps up significantly overnight. That did not happen at all in September, made nearly 0.7% on the month. And, well, look, October wasn't fun. Friday, similarly, well, it got us pretty good there, didn't it, Ben?
Yeah, it sure did. Sure did. Market fell out, and then market did recover. So that kind of sucks. It took a couple of days to recover. I had a feeling it would do that, but of course, I'm going to stick to the strategy. Can't deviate from the strategy, but we are on our way back right now. And actually, the numbers for yesterday are wrong. We actually won yesterday. We'll have to adjust that.
All right, we'll let Thomas know.
We'll get the numbers right. And then we'll see how we end up today.
How is it looking today?
We're looking pretty flat. You got IWM?
Yeah, I'll pull it up. What was our strike?
Why don't you? Our strike. Let me see.
Our sold
245.
All right, so we're gonna go right here. I'm a penny off, but all right. So that's our line.
So there was anybody that knows this strategy knows that there's potential to buy a put. And yesterday we did that. We bought a put. We held overnight. So our put strike is actually 248. So we're not letting these shares go for anything less than $248.
Okay.
So that's going to bring us up from the current price. In today's case, we actually want to stay below our strike price. So we have collected all of that premium and we sell at a higher price. So if we stick right where we're at right now, I'm happy.
Okay. Very cool. So again, that's the BenBot daily covered call strategy on IWM. With the protective put from yesterday's position, we are looking to stay below that 245 mark, this blue line here. So, all right, Ben, let's talk Shorebo. So what we got here in October, trading most days. I did not take a trade on the 8th as the criteria was not met. And this week was 2 for 2. All right, 2 wins on Monday and Tuesday. 2 losses. The last 2 days, a pretty big loss on Wednesday. Maybe we take a look at what happened there. So let's pull up SPX. And I'm going to go to the 15-minute bars. And we're going to go back to Wednesday, which was, what date was that again? The 15th. All right, so if we zoom in here on the open, let's get rid of any other lines I've drawn. We'll just do this quick, Ben, and then we're going to get into our other bots that, well, let's say are performing better than ours right now. And we're okay to say that.
That's great.
We're okay to say that. Okay. All right. So here was the 15-minute bars on Wednesday. So you can see orb was pretty tight compared to at least the action that we see from the rest of the day. We can see right away here at 10 o'clock, we broke north. Okay, so that is a bullish put credit spread that we're entering for an average premium, we'll call it $150. You can see this lasted until, Ben, I would imagine we actually entered a reversal here. So we were bullish initially right here before noon. All right, so this is closing at 11:45. We reverse orb, and
that's the thing, we did not. That's why the loss was a lot bigger, because if VIX goes up, if price goes up and VIX goes down, if VIX goes down, I think it's 40 cents on this one, then we won't get in on a downward move.
Right.
The idea being, if VIX is down, price is going up. We're trying to go against the tide here, and for the most part, we kind of did go against the tide. Like, if we didn't have that huge drop in the middle of the day, price probably would have made that call side lose. So I think it was if that was our only entry on the day, I think that would have been solid. I think there might be room for improvement on the strategy, though, meaning if we're already in the put side and we break to the other side of orb, get in the call side. Maybe. We'll take a look at that. We'll back test that.
Make a card.
We'll back test that.
We could do that live. See, that's what we're doing. And also, not to mention, like, we're going to talk about King AI. We're making AI improvements to Shorbo as well, but this might be a wrinkle that we throw in there. So anyway, that's exactly what happened there. We didn't enter the reversal because the logic stated not to, based on VIX falling, which means that typically when VIX falls, market goes up. So we don't want to bet on it going down. At least that's the logic there. Maybe more to it. All right, so that's King Condor, PeakBot, and Shorbo. Not the best week for our three strategies. If you're trading the wheel, all depending upon what you're trading, that could be going well or not so well for you. The market has had some whiplash here over the last week or two. So I know I've been running my TQs on the wheel, and that's been a very profitable position for me. I've been running it for about a month and a half. So that's working out. Ben, I think that covers our bots. Let's get into, we want to take our time on the trendy fly. So I'm going to hand it over to you, and we can dive into it. I'm going to get some info up on the screen. Maybe we change the music up a little bit for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a chart up too. I'm wondering, do we want to do Trader Trivia first and then trendy fly, or do we want to do trendy fly and then Trader Trivia?
Trader Trivia quick.
All right, let's do Trader Trivia. And for those of you that are just tuning in for the first time, this is how this is going to work. We're going to ask a question. You're going to answer the question. You're going to send the answer to experience@peakbot.com. Don't worry, we're not adding you to our mailing lists or anything like that. Email us the answer. If you get the answer correct, we're going to email you back with a coupon code for 1 free month of PeakBot. Right now, that's hard to come by. If you go to our pricing page, we've shaken things up here.
Yeah, we are.
It's not as easy to get a PeakBot subscription anymore. Why? Our bots are getting better. Our bots are getting more expensive to run and develop because we are incorporating AI.
And we're qualifying you. Right?
Yeah.
We want to make sure that, these small accounts and people who aren't educated and aren't interested in being educated. We want new traders. We want new traders who are, excited to learn and automate, right? But yeah, we're making sure people know what they're doing and that they have the cash available to really succeed with our strategies. So that's why. If you have questions, well, guess what? Schedule time.
But for this particular instance, you can try PeakBot for free for 1 month. So here's your opportunity to give it a shot for free. So here is the question. Which U.S. stock market event is remembered as the first to trigger circuit breakers? A circuit breaker is a temporary halt to stop panic selling. We had a fun fact about that last week. This week it is now in the trivia question. So was it A, Black Monday, B, the dot-com bubble, C, the financial crisis of 2008, or D, the COVID crash? What was the first to trigger a circuit breaker? I think you've got to maybe think to, when did circuit breakers even become a thing?
All right, easy now. But yes, no, you're right. Because I'll tell you this, right? I remember it happening in COVID. I bet we were even almost on a. Well, we weren't doing live shows yet, but I remember that happening. And by the way, we're going to hit you with a fun fact. So again, email your answer to experience@peakbot.com for 1 month free access to all 4 of our automated strategies and exclusive access to our partner bots as well. For subscriptions. So, all right. Ben,
Fun
why
fact.
don't you give us a fun fact?
Fun fact, did you know by 2021, the S&P 500 featured major players like Tesla, Meta, Netflix, companies that didn't even exist 2 decades earlier. That's weird to think about, right? Those companies didn't even exist. Okay, anyways. Their inclusion highlights how quickly technology has changed consumer behavior and reshaped the market. And if you look at the composition of the market cap is mostly tech.
Mm-hmm.
So
big tech, baked in tech.
Yeah.
All right, it's a good fun fact. It's true. I mean, these companies are massive, and they're getting massive so fast. You know, Ben, I was thinking earlier today. I'm like, hey, man, if we're going to keep up with all this AI stuff, I'm thinking near future, we're hiring an AI consultant. All they do is look at all these AI softwares out there. Every company's going to need one of these. Every company's going to need somebody just doing nothing but AI research all day.
Yep.
Anyway.
Charles, thank you for answering. Send that to experience@peakbot.com, please, so that way we can email you. If you get this correct, we can email you a link for a free month of PeakBot. All right, are we ready for the answer?
Yes.
Dylan, what's your guess?
I'm riding with Charles. I think Charles. It could be then. I think maybe 1987 is not that early on in the tech process. Let's see. I'm going A.
Okay. So you and Charles are in on A, Black Monday, and that is correct.
Come on, Charles.
So after the 22.6% market crash in a single day, known as Black Monday in 1987, regulators introduced circuit breakers to temporarily halt trading during extreme volatility and prevent panic-driven sell-offs. That's pretty cool. Not cool that day. That day sucked.
That day sucked.
That day had to suck.
Ben, I have to say randomly, first of all, Charles, pumped that you joined us on YouTube. Most of our viewers, just so you know, you're not in a room alone, are coming from X. So join us on any of our socials. All right. Charles, make sure you email us, experience@peakbot.com. Grab that 1 month. All right. Ben, trendy fly?
Trendy fly, yes. Let's get a chart up here. You give me the boring music. Actually, first of all, I just want to see what this most recent win was on the 921 strategy. So we're baiting a bot for a new partner, Uncommon Education Trading, UET. Guy's name is Jeremy that runs the business. Great trader. Building a bot for him. No.
All right, what do we got?
No sound effect. So these are the trades. These are the trades. We got in at for SPY. We got in at 173. Got out at 218. That's almost that's a $45 gain there. That's nice. And then Qs, we got in at 145. Got out at 212. That is a $67 gain. Not bad.
Tell me how long we're in these trades.
So we got in 12 o'clock on the dot, it looks like. Should have been live for that. Got out at 12:18. 18-minute trade between both strategies, made a little over $100, $110. And this is going to happen multiple times throughout the day.
Man, that's fun, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I like this bot. I like this bot a lot.
I should get his information up on screen, but go to our, actually he's in beta. If you're interested in Jeremy from Uncommon Education Trading and his 921 EMA crossover bot that's been killing it in testing right now, let us know. We're going to be launching beta here to the public very soon. All right, Ben.
So Trendy Fly here's the way the strategy currently works. Currently trades at the 75 delta, and that delta is, we're going to skew the trade, the Ironfly, bullish or bearish, depending on Trendy John's proprietary trendy edge indicator. So we're going bullish or bearish. We're going to set up our Ironfly either bullish or bearish at the 75 delta. So there is that skew. Price needs to move towards us. Right now it's $25 wings. We get into the trade at 9:32 Eastern every day. Minimum credit of $17. If we don't fill at $17 by 12:30 p.m. Eastern, that order will be canceled. Once we're in a position, you, the trader, have the option to set up your bot to take profit at 5 different trim levels. You could take profit at $50, $100, $225, $350, and $500. Those take profit orders will automatically be placed by the bot within 1 minute after your entry order fills, and TP orders will be automatically canceled if a stop loss is needed. Now, stop losses, there's zone change. So if SPX changes price zones per the proprietary trendy edge indicator. So if you do subscribe to that, you can see the zones on your chart. Otherwise, you just gotta let the bot go and trust it's doing its stuff, which it is. If we move into a different zone, then we will stop out. There's also a double trigger $2 trailing stop, which means, hey, if you fill at $17, your stop is going to be at $19. That price moves down to $16. Your stop is going to be at $18. So it's going to move down as your position increases in value. And because we are short this fly, as price decreases, that is a good thing for us. Our position value increases. Little opposite action there. Now, this was all great and has been really good, but we're making it even better. And we're making it better because we've noticed when the market dips down and then chops a little bit, which it's been doing, we need more reactivity. We need a little bit better indicators on the entry, and then we need to potentially hold on to our positions a bit longer, let them develop. So I don't have nice slides to go over the criteria, but I do have a chart up with a bunch of zones mapped out on it. So I'm going to pull this up and I'm going to just take a look at this as a whole. Now, we are only going to be starting with this video, or starting with this bot. We're only going to be entering one trade a day. It's going to be on the first entry. Now, in the future, we will more likely than not release a version of the bot that will enter multiple times on the criteria we're about to talk about right now. So the way that this strategy works is we're looking at 3-minute bars, and this is all mapped out per the trendy edge criteria. This changes on a weekly basis. So if I were to zoom out here, see how every week there are different zones here. And our developer did a nice Roy G. Biv on this, and it looks great. So let's take a look at today and see how we would have done today. And the entries are now completely dependent, not on time, but on a breakthrough and into one of these zones. And it's not every breakthrough zone, it's only on specific breakthroughs. We won't go over the details of the specific breaks right now, because that would just be way too much detail to cover. So I'll just mention it as we would have gotten an entry. So a break, so again, these are 3-minute bars. So a break from this zone here up into this zone, we see that this candle broke through the zone, we closed above, and we have the correct price action to get into a bullish trade. So we would have sold an Ironfly, skewed bullish, and then we'd be holding the fly, bump back up, and then presumably by the time this time hits, which would be about 20 minutes later, we'll have hit that trim 1. Now, it doesn't look like price moved too much up after that, and up means in our favor in this case. So I would assume that the position would have held, maybe stopped out on this red bar over here, and then we would be sitting and waiting for the next trade. I'm actually going to make these a little bit more dramatic here, the changes here. So that first trade probably took profit on trim 1, probably took $50 home, and then stopped out on the other trim levels if you did not take profit on trim 1. You have the capability to change your profit targets within the bot. So now we're looking for the next entry. The next entry comes, we looks like might have broke above this line a little bit, but we're waffling back and forth. And then we're breaking down past this, from this zone into this zone. And then we get a nice solid bar here with lower lows and lower highs. So correct price action for us to go short. So we would have, and I say, sorry, be bearish. We're always going to be short because it's a short iron fly, but we're skewing bearish. So we set up our fly somewhere down here. And it looks like price comes down to this, to that level. Price continues to move in our favor. So I'm guessing right now because I don't have my other account open. I don't think I was getting all the correct trades today because we're still betaing this. I would assume we probably took trim levels 1 and 2, potentially even 3, way down here. And then because we're trailing that stop, we would have stopped out here, probably took a small profit on those higher trims at trim 4 and 5. So this one probably would have won us 50 plus 100 plus 225. What is that? That's 375. So $375 on that trade, plus whatever small win we would have got from trim 4 and 5 trailing out. And then we've got another break above this line here, which would have triggered a bullish skewed entry. So again, we're selling the fly and price moves in our favor. So I don't know, Dylan, you kind of see the granularity that we're getting to now, right? Yep. And if we look at like yesterday, for example, there was crossovers into a bunch of different zones. And again, not every crossover means you're going to take a trade. Not every crossover is indicative of a trade moving in that particular direction. So there is plenty of opportunity for when this bot does take multiple entries. Right now, we're just taking the first entry of the day. Taking the first entry of the day, and we're going to ride with it. For yesterday, it actually wound up being a loss, right? So we're going back up and down. Now we're a break from this zone into this zone. That does trigger an entry. We can see that this solid red bar here had lower lows, lower highs. The price action was right. The crossover to the zone was right. Even the next candle was kind of right. But then after that, price shot back up, which was out of our favor because we were skewed bearish. And then we wound up stopping out. And then that was it for the day. If we go to another day, now a break above here would not have triggered, but a break below would have. So we broke below, we sold, and we held. And look at that. Look at that downward movement because we were moving down. It was a bearish skew. Price came to us. This was actually, I'm pretty sure, a complete win. So you won on the $50 level, the $100 level, the $225, the $350, and the $500 level because of where price ended up at the end of the day. So much different than the more simple criteria that was explained on the slides. Dylan, I have no idea how I'm going to put this into a slide.
You're going to clip this and link to the video of you explaining it. That's going to be your best bet. No, I mean, look, it's there's a lot going on. It is I don't want to say it's a complex strategy, but look, we're dissecting a lot of different levels here, a lot of different data points, and it's proven to be successful. I mean, we track our results. It's made available to us. I think we've got to get it updated here in just the last day or two. But, overall, this bot, especially trim 1 and trim 2, right, Ben? I mean, that's what we love. That's the preset. Trim 1 and trim 2 have the significantly higher win rates, around 81% and 70% respectively. And then, it does trail off. Not to say trims 3, 4, and 5 aren't a great way to make money. They are. They're actually just as profitable. 4 and 5 are. And I know that's a lot of info. So if you have questions about the strategy and you want to talk to our team, send us an email, experience@peakbot.com, or just go to our website, peakbot.com. All right, and you can click and schedule time with our team. All right. Yeah, by the way, the bot roughly is up $1,200, Ben. And that, give or take, maybe a couple $100 there over the last few days. I know we've been making some adjustments to the strategy, but I mean, based on cash needed, it's a 72.5% return, cash needed for these trades. So fantastic strategy.
No, Dylan, you need 2,000 per trim.
2,000 per trim. Okay,
so
apologies.
10,000 for all trims, which is still a great return.
Yep, absolutely. Apologies that I was looking at the wrong thing. All right, fantastic. So Trendy's hot, a lot of education there. If you have questions, ask us. Don't be shy, and we'll get you signed up. Ben, where do we want to go from here? I hate to tell you, I was side-eyeing a position, a SPY call spread for the end of the day today. I think there's some serious dash at 665 on SPY. And I want to
let's take a look at it. Why don't we put together a trade? We can save hot bots for Monday morning.
Okay.
Let's put together a trade.
All right.
Give the people something to think about for the rest of the day.
All right. So here's what I was looking at. So if we're on the SPY chart here. Okay. So orange line here. This is the end of the day. All right. Here, let's go full screen here. All right. So here's SPY. Let's get this off screen. All right. So let's just mark where today started. Okay, that's right here. All right, so here's the window today. Now, what I'm seeing here as we zoom out, all right, ever since this big drop back on the 10th last Friday, we've seen some consolidation right around this 665 level here on Tuesday, again here, and I don't know. We got a couple hours left in the day, of course, 3.5 hours. Ben, the 665, if we look at this on my Tradier account, the 666, which is like a lot of space in my opinion, is still paying 20 cents, all right, on a $1 spread.
All right.
Not terrible. That's the mid. Now, if we move this to 665 and I move this down to 666, we're talking about an extra $10 now. To me, Ben, I'm like, all right, well, what's an extra $10? I'm risking 100. I'm going to earn either 20 or 30 here. If I could give myself this breathing room, and I'll put it back up here. So now we're talking 666 is right around here. All right. So I don't know. Obviously, we've been bullish here since 11:15, but again, we're kind of back at another consolidation level, maybe here right around this 662, 663 price. I don't know, Ben, if you love it or you hate it. I was looking at the technicals here for the next 4 hours. We're pretty neutral. And click into the 1 day there just to see.
I like the trade idea. I like it.
I might take it. I think I'm going to put it out there.
I might take it as well.
All right. Like worst case scenario, I lose $80, or, so.
Best case scenario.
By the way, look, it's paying more right now. I'm going to put it in. I'm going to let it fill. I'm taking it.
Take it.
No, wait. I decided that I want to move it up. Give myself the extra breathing room. That's too low for me now, man.
I looked at that strike. It's too low. I agree.
Well, I can put
do a $2 spread. Do a $2 spread.
I hate you, peer pressure. Okay, that gets us to our 30 that we want, doesn't it?
Yeah. But now it's a $200 risk.
Yeah, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come back down here. I'm going to put a net credit order out. I'm going to put it at like 21 cents. That's what I want. All right. So I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to submit that. We're going to see if we get filled here. All right. And we'll go from there. But that's my trade idea. It's at 17 right now, so we would need a little bit of movement in order for that to fill. I mean, now I'm talking about $4 difference here if I was to just pull the trigger right now. But like, I don't need that trade that bad. I like it at 21. I would have liked it at 20, but 21 sounded better. I don't know. Ben, you'll let me know if you join along. But again, My trade I'm sorry, not filled yet. My order is out to stay under 666. I have a dollar spread here. All right. So the most I'm risking if I fill is $79. All right. And I'm trying to stay under this red line here for the end of the day. So we'll see what happens. And if it doesn't fill, it wasn't meant to be. And I'm going to keep telling myself that. All right, cool. So listen, hot bots. I'll just bring the people and I'll direct them where they need to go. We're going to go to our link tree. Okay, this is our marketplace. Let's zoom on in here. All right, so PeakBot, we have, of course, our automated trading platform, access to all 4 of our automated strategies in a bundle there. We've got a little demo video here for you. We have our alerts from our Discord. If you're not fully ready to automate or don't have the broker to automate, no problem at all. $99 a month, get all live alerts for all of our strategies, plus additional watch list, beta access, etc. All right, here's our hottest partner right now. JR28 copy trading. All right, am I impartial? Absolutely. I'm trading it and it's floating my account. All right. Let's just get here quickly. This is what we need to see. 67 trades since the beginning of July, 1930. Ben, I know we're gonna say it again on Monday. All right, because it might even be better by Monday. But you can sign up for JR28 right here. This is a 5K account. He's up $1,900, nearly $2,000. That's a 38, almost a 39% return. Okay, check him out. Small account friendly, 5K. All right. Our partner, Mark Phillips over at Harvested, fantastic partner. If you do not want anything to be done by you and fully managed by a financial advisor. Trendy John, we talked in depth about the Iron Fly today. Terry's Tips is hot. Ben, before we log off, I want to check where he's at. I do.
So you have his Saturday report?
I'm going to pull it up right now.
Okay.
Saturday report. Last we checked, he was up, I think, 33.5% or something on the year. Let me pull it up. I got it right here. All right. So Terry's Tips trades 4 different portfolios, one of which is just absolutely on fire. That's his Boomer's Revenge portfolio. It trades IWM. Oh, Ben, he's hot. He's hot. I'm pulling this up.
Yeah, he is. I just looked at my account that I'm running Terry's Tips in, and we are up. This week is hot as well.
I'm going to grab a screenshot of the summary of his portfolios as of October 11th. Okay, so we have a whole nother week underway here. But
I'm telling you, this week was a good week.
So he's up 39% on the year from what I'm seeing. Can we still see my screen here?
I can see your screenshot.
Okay, sorry. Yes, this is what we're looking for here. All right, so 39% on the year. Ben, what's the market up this year? Year to date. Do you know off the top of your head?
I don't know off the top of my head.
It's not 39%. No. So this was Boomer's Revenge here, trading IWM. The stock is up 6%, 7% on the year. Okay. This portfolio is up 95%. He's turned 10K into basically 20K. All right. Just this year alone. One portfolio in the red, that's Rising Tide. And we can see the other portfolios here balancing things out for a 39.1% annual return. That's a $40,000 in cash needed to trade all 4 of these portfolios. 10K needed to trade one of them. If you just wanted to say, hey, I want to ride Terry's Tips here on IWM and double my cash because he's hot, then let's do it. All right. So, Ben, there's maybe even more progress from this whole past week that's not in here. So, I just want to put that out there. Terry's Tips.peakbot.com. I'm sorry. Yes. Terry's Tips.peakbot.com. $149 a month. All right. Squeeze Finder. They're all here. Squeeze kills it. Great entry bot, max bundle. Everything's all here, okay, guys? So check us out, linktree.com/use PeakBot. Ben, what else?
You say everything's all there, but there is more.
There's more, but it's not purchase right now.
Yes,
kind of stuff. That's True. All. We're in beta. Ben, we didn't talk about King AI.
That's okay. We'll talk about it on Monday.
Monday, 8:30 a.m. And if you're not there live, that's fine. Go to our X, go to YouTube. It's going to be there for you. Ben, say the win rate number. Just say the win rate number.
94%.
94% win rate. A lot higher than current King Condor strategy. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us on this fantastic Friday. I hope you have some great plans. Ben, anything exciting over the weekend?
What's going on this weekend? I don't know.
I'm done watching sports.
My wife's going to tell me. My wife's going to tell me what's going on this weekend.
You're going to show up. No sports for me. I hate all. I'm done. I can't.
Go Brewers. Go Mariners.
Yes.
Go Giants.
All right, I'm rooting for the Giants. Look at me. You got to get behind Jackson Dart and Cam Scadaboo. If you're not excited about those two, you're not a fan of football.
Yeah, great duo.
All right. Thanks for joining us. We'll be live Monday morning, 8:30 a.m. for Man and Machine. Ben and Dylan are out. As always, we'll see you at the Peak. Take care.
You know how the financial world goes. Here comes the buzzkill. Please make sure to take some time to read this boring disclaimer. We will owe you one.